Today, I'm going to bring you an experimental newscast for very interesting headlines and stories, which may or may not affect you personally, but they're indicative of the current state of our world today. The first story, which I think is enormously important and brought to you by Benny Johnson, links in the description below, has to do with the farmer strike in Germany. This story is particularly eye-opening and interesting because it has to do with the attempted takeover of farms, or putting political pressure on farmers in Germany to make it more difficult to maintain their independence as farmers, which is likely an attempt by the global elites to get control over populations, which is a very dangerous thing. That's why censorship is so important today, because obviously those farmers had the capability to organize through social media or communications. So if they were censored, they might not have the capability to organize, and that's why censorship is so important today. I think it draws parallels to the Canadian trucker event that happened a few winters ago, where the government tried to get involved and use social media to censor and close bank accounts for the involved truckers. So this is why it's so important to maintain freedoms, because the government or people who influence the government are trying to take those freedoms away from you, and therefore your ability to organize and demonstrate. Another eye-opening and historical event this weekend was the election in Taiwan. Politics aside, they used a very, dare I say, controversial in the United States method of election. They used paper ballots and transparency. All the paper ballots are traditionally counted aloud and with a lot of transparency. Controversial because we don't have that in the United States. Yeah. Taiwan has set a great example of democracy by using paper ballots and transparency. If we had that technology in the United States, things might be very different today. Another upcoming event reported by Fox News was very eye-opening. A government employee activist walkout is planned for this Tuesday to walk out of the job in support of Palestine. That's very interesting. A lot of people are against this walkout because it shows abuse by government workers trying to influence politics. And yep, it's also abuse of taxpayer money. So very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see if that government walkout actually happens and is reported. Now, an interesting technology headline. A new stainless steel has been invented to make electrolysis of seawater more effective. It's a stainless steel that's more resistant to corrosion, making electrolysis more feasible of seawater. And that's an important energy headline because you get hydrogen gas through the electrolysis of water, and electrolysis actually consumes electricity. You need an efficient source of electricity to provide hydrogen by electrolysis. So the energy crisis is not solved by hydrogen-powered vehicles and fuel cells, but it's a step in the right direction. We still got to provide electricity somehow. Nuclear, solar, wind, nuclear, hydroelectric power. Obviously, we can generate electricity using fossil fuels as well, but some folks definitely want to get away from this. So, hydrogen. Yeah, we don't have to mine lithium to have hydrogen-powered vehicles, and it's very clean for the environment. But, that's why we don't want people messing with the economy, because we were moving in the right direction in terms of green energy before the disruption of the current government mandating and screwing around with the economy and, making it more challenging and difficult to provide technology that is good for the environment. Congratulations. Yeah.